I'm Tom Baker, this is Chasing Cars, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Land Rover Discovery Sport. We hopped into this brand new baby Land Rover and drove it up here to the beautiful northern rivers of New South Wales, 800 kilometres north of Sydney. Well, it offers these very handsome lines, the option of 7 seats, and some pretty serious brand cachet. So on paper, the Discovery Sport makes a pretty good case for itself. Well, we jumped in for a week in both town and country to ask a pretty crucial question. Is the Land Rover Discovery Sport the right fit for your lifestyle? Straight up, the Discovery Sport is a comfortable car. These front seats are really soft and supple, and they're shaped just right with great back and thigh support, which I tested out over a silly 900 kilometres in a single day. They are really good. In photos, I thought that this dashboard looked a little bit basic and boring, but if you grab a test drive of one of these cars, you'll note in person that actually it's a sophisticated simplicity. All Discovery Sports get this 8-inch touchscreen up here, which has things like standard navigation, iPod and Bluetooth integration, and you look forward at a set of pretty cool dials that are quite Jaguar inspired. And if you splash out an extra $1,500, like on this car, you'll even get a heads-up display. The climate controls are also nice and simple. Even though you're sitting up here in what is a relatively big truck, your vision is actually better than on many competitors. The windows are nice and big, and the mirrors are a good size too, which makes the Discovery Sport easier to maneuver than many others in this segment. One of the advantages of the Discovery Sport is that you can option it as a 7-seater. It's an extra $2,000, and look, the seats back there will be very tight, but for occasional use, that's money that you can consider spending. This car doesn't have it, it's a 5-seater, but you can see here that the room in the back is very generous. Unlike the similar Range Rover Evoque, this particular car has a more conventional back roofline, which means that there's plenty of headroom here for somebody 6'0", and knee room's also really good too. While we're back here, let's chat about the price of our Discovery Sport. This petrol car is only available as a base SE model at about $59,000, though with the options this car has, it's very easy to get it over $70,000 out the door. The diesels are the better buy. I'd recommend the mid-spec SD4 HSE. That's $64,000, though realistically with a few options you are looking at about $75,000. Another bonus of going for the Discovery Sport over the competition is the massive boot. There's 900 litres back there with these seats in place, and to put that in context, that's a few golf bags or a Christmas worth of shopping or all of the school bags in one go. It's definitely bigger than the competition, but if you need more space, you can flick down the seats just like this, and you create a long, almost flat space for furniture or whatever it is that you need to haul. You have a choice of 3 engines with the Discovery Sport. There's 2 diesels and this particular car, which is the more niche turbo petrol. It uses the Jaguar XE's 177 kilowatt, 340 Newton meter 2-litre. If you go for the petrol, you definitely get the quickest Discovery Sport, though almost everyone will opt for one of the diesels simply because the petrol loves a drink. With 1.7 tonnes to haul around, it's not exactly the most economical choice. You'll find it hard to get towards the 8-litre per 100k official figure. We found that 11 or 12 litres per 100 kilometres is a lot more likely, particularly if you have some in-town driving. That said, the petrol is nice and quick and feels pretty nippy around town, save for a little bit of turbo lag. The Discovery Sport shines in the handling department though. It really benefits from all of the best work the Jaguar Land Rover have done with making their cars some of the better handling ones on the road amongst the European pack. And the steering in the Discovery Sport in particular is really well weighted. The handling as a whole just feels really nice and tied down. The car feels well connected to the road. You get plenty of feedback. It's a better drive than many of its SUV competitors. And there's even a dedicated dynamic mode if you want to have a little bit more fun as well. All of the Discovery Sports come with a terrain selector system, which lets you specify what kind of off-roading terrain you want to take it on. We did a little bit of off-road work over our week with the car and we were impressed. Despite the fact it's not, a body-on-frame, four-wheel drive or anything like that, the Discovery Sport still lives up to the Land Rover badge in being competent on mild to moderate tracks, though the more difficult rutted work is something you'll need to leave to a more dedicated four-wheel drive. Back on the road though, the ride is really comfortable and supple, just well insulated from the bumps out there, though there was a little bit too much tyre noise coming through in our particular test car, which was wearing 19-inch wheels. In the safety department, the Discovery Sport did really well. It was tested by Euro NCAP on behalf of ANCAP and scored 5 stars in the crash test. From the base model, all the Discovery Sports get lane departure warning. However, you'll need to go further up the range to get more fruit like adaptive cruise control or blind spot warning. It's really unique though that all these cars come with a pedestrian airbag as standard though. Well, it's good to drive, decent off-road, comfortable for 5 and even doable for 7. This is the car Land Rover have been needing for some time, and now that it's here, the Discovery Sport is a truly excellent SUV.